Hello, kindergartners. Today we are going to be learning about rhyming words. Before we begin learning what rhyming words are, let's take a moment to ask ourselves, what does it mean when things are the same or have similarities? If we take a look at our sight words, what are some similarities in them that we can see? What are some similarities that we can hear? We can see that the words go and no have the same ending. We can also hear that they sound the same. With that being said, our objective for the day is students will be able to recognize and produce rhyming words by completing a group activity, Google form, and a worksheet so that they can gain the skills to be able to listen closely for sounds within words. What are rhyming words? What does it mean to rhyme? When two words have similar sounding endings, they rhyme. For example, cat and hat. They both end in the at sound. What are some other words that rhyme with cat and hat? Looking back at our sight words, what are some words that rhyme? Write 5 pairs of rhyming words on your paper. Share with a neighbor 2 sets of the words that you found. We are going to read this book, and every time you hear a rhyme, I want you to make a little tally mark on your paper to help you count how many were in the book. At the end, write down or remember your favorite rhyme. There's a walk it in my pocket. There's a walk it in my pocket by Dr. Seuss. Did you ever have the feeling that there's a wasket in your basket? Or a euro in your bureau? Or a wasset in your closet? Sometimes I feel quite certain that there's a jerton in the curtain. Sometimes I have the feeling that there's a zlock behind the clock. And that Zelf up on the shelf. I have talked to him myself. That's the kind of house I live in. There's a nink in the zinc and a zamp in the lamp. And they're rather nice, I think. Some of them are very friendly, like that yacht in the pot. But that yodel in the bottle, some are friendly, some are not. I like that Zabel on the table, and that Gare under the chair, but that Bofa on the sofa, well, I wish he wasn't there. All those nubbards in the cupboards, they're good fun to have about, but that Newth Grush on my toothbrush, him, I could do without. The only one I'm really scared of is that Vug under the rug. And that Quimney up in the chimney, I don't like him. Not at all. And it makes me sort of nervous when the Zal scoots down the hall. But the Yeps on the steps, they're great fun to have around. And so many, many other friends that I have found. Like the Teller and the Neller and the Geller and the Deller and the Beller and the Weller and the Zeller in the cellar and the Geeling on the ceiling and the Zower in my shower and the Zillow on my pillow. I don't care if you believe it. That's the kind of house I live in, and I hope we never leave it. So, how many tally marks did everyone get? Did anyone want to share their favorite rhyme from the book? Now we will gather around the carpet for circle time and our next activity.
Hello friends, I hope everyone enjoyed reading the book about rhyming. Now we are going to do an activity and look at rhyming words. In this case, we have hat and cat. As we look at these two words, who can tell me in what ways they are the same and in what ways they are different? I'm going to reread the words hat and cat. Now, do they sound the same at the beginning or do they sound the same at the end? Yes, correct. At the at. At the end of both words, they are the same. The only difference is at the beginning of the words. One word has an H, while the other word has a C, k sound. Now let's look at these two words, tree and bee. What part of the word do these rhyme, the beginning or the end? Tree and bee. The end because they both have the E sound. Okay, friends, so I want everyone to read along with me. So we have a snail and pail. So let's look closely. Do they have the same sound at the beginning of the word? Snail and pail? No, because the snail has the SN sound, while the other word has a P sound. Okay, so then let's look at the end of the word. Snail and ale. So yes, correct. The rhyming part is at the end of both words. Okay, friends, so we're almost done with the circle time activity. So we have frog and dog. What part of the words are rhyming together? The beginning or the end? Remember to always look at the letters. If they are matching, they are most likely going to rhyme. These two words have OG at the end of the word, so therefore they have the same sound, the og sound at the end. Okay, friends, so now is where we have a little bit of fun with this rhyming activity. I will put everyone in pairs with your partner, match the correct rhyming words. Remember to look at the matching letters, whether they're in the front or in the back. It also helps if we look at the picture to help us figure out what the word is. Miss Kayla and I are also going to be walking around the room, making sure everyone's matching the rhyming words together in their correct pairs. And if anyone needs help sounding out the words, we're also here to help you. But just to be sure, before we have everyone start, I want everyone to help me read these words out loud. Moon, cap, spoon, dog, cat, log, mat, sack, map, run, tack, sun. Okay, friends, so we're getting close to the end, and I want to go over what we did in throughout the day. So the first thing we did was we looked through a list of sight words, seeing if they were how they were similar and how they were different. We also read a book about rhyming, which was There's a Wocket in My Pocket by Dr. Seuss. So we read that story. Then we did a little bit of circle time and we looked at two different words to see where the rhyming was at, either at the beginning or towards the end. Then we got into pairs, and you guys worked together to match the correct rhyming word. And finally, friends, before you go, we're going to have you complete an exit ticket, which is in the form of a Google form. In the Google form, you're going to see two different words. For example, the first one is going to be ball and kite. You're going to mark yes if it rhymes, and if it does not rhyme, you're going to mark no. There will be pictures shown on the screen to help you. And it's again, friends, if you do not understand or get it right, it is totally fine. We are here to learn. And it is a process, friends. We are also going to be passing around a packet for everyone to take home to do and bring back next week. This packet is for extra practice to do at home, okay? So the first page, You are going to color the first picture in each row, then color the rest of the pictures that rhyme with that word. The next page, you are going to trace the words, and then you are going to find the two words that rhyme in each row, put a check mark in the little square boxes next to each image that rhymes. Then on the last page, you are going to circle the word in each box that does not rhyme with the other words. Remember, the last page is the one that does not rhyme with the other words. And that is all, friends. So when we come back tomorrow, we are going to go over them and we are going to see how everyone did. Thank you, friends.